we're going to be having a look at Legendary Comicbook Heroes Pitt Series Madman. Probably, I wouldn't say this was a figure I was looking forward to getting, but I do like the look of Madman. Get a closer look at the figure here. He does come with the lower torso, or the crotchal section of Pitt. So if you have a Pitt that's missing a crotch, you'll definitely have to pick up Madman to get him. There's a picture of Madman down there. Not too much to say about the packaging that I haven't already covered. It has a nice blue kind of starburst effect in the background here. I think blue works well in packaging. You get so tired sometimes of seeing yellow and orange and stuff, especially with the DC packaging. And it's nice to see blue. Blue's for a change. Now this figure, retail-wise, would have gone for $15.99. Now I didn't pick him up for $15.99. I picked up the whole set on eBay. I paid about $70 and then some shipping and stuff like that. And I would say well worth the cost. I mean, you figure a Pitt on eBay goes for about $60 to $80. So the fact that to get the whole set, to get all the figures, and then on top of that to be able to build Pitt, I said fit, but to build Pitt, I think definitely is worth the money. If we have a look on the back of the packaging, there's a bit of a read up here for Madman. It said Madman, aka the Madman of Snap City, aka Frank Einstein, is a reanimated corpse who was a black ops agent for the shadow government organization called Tri-Eye in his previous life. Found as a John Doe by two scientists experimenting with the secrets of life and death, he was given a fresh start and a new chance at life. The technology that brought him new life also gave him advanced reflexes and enhanced skills, and also heightened senses, including a third eye that allows him to see the thoughts and feelings of others. Oh man. Now he works for one of the scientists, Dr. Phlegm. No, not that kind of phlegm. Helping with his experiments in space and time travel, and spends his spare time with his girlfriend, former lab assistant Joe Lombard. I actually went out with a girl named Joe. She broke my heart. Anyways, other figures in the wave. We have Ripclaw, Judge Dredd, Super Patriot, Madman, Savage Dragon, and Witchblade. All 6 figures build, as mentioned, the very cool Pitt there. Definitely not one of the figures, like, I've never really followed Madman all that much in the comics. I might have read 1 or 2 issues. So as I mentioned, I wasn't too excited about getting a Madman, but I think, much like the Super Patriot, once I open this guy up, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. Will I be pleasantly surprised? Stay tuned.
Hey, mister!
Yeah?
You haven't seen a crotch, have you? I'm missing a crotch.
Isn't that it there?
Yay!
Why do you have a crotch?
I gotta go.
Anyways, there's some theater for you. Having a look at the very cool, now that I've opened them up, actually, I'm really impressed with the figure. Very similar to Super Patriot. I like the coloring. Granted, it's only white, but I think the white looks really nice with the red lightning bolt there. Very similar, I think, to Shazam, to Captain Marvel, actually. He's also sporting a rather interesting Harry Potter kind of lightning bolt. Rather interesting. I mean, to me, he kind of seems like an amalgamation of like Edward Scissorhands mixed with, like, I don't know. He kind of has an Edward Scissorhands kind of look for him. I guess if they ever made a Madman movie, if he wasn't too old for the role, you could always get Johnny Depp to do it. But I don't think many people remember Madman, so the chances of that happening are probably quite slim. But in the way of detailing, though, just give you guys a good look at the nice sculpt on the hair there. I mean, there's not a lot, being that it's just white, but you know, he's got the lines there, at least giving him a little extra character. And I don't know if you can see it quite well, but there's a blue kind of tinge a bit of blue lighting that's added to the white. It's just enough to break up the figure's solid white coloring. The one thing I complained about with the Black Cat Sinister Six set was the fact that they took her hair and they add this terrible blue lighting to it. Unlike that figure, though, I think the blue lighting actually adds to this character. So really, really nice detailing. In the way of his articulation, he's got full movement in his hand, in his head, in his shoulder, in his arm. He's got some in his forearm. He's got articulation in his hand, also in his fingers. He has articulation in the legs, 2 points in the knee, also in his foot, and also in his toe. Really, really nice figure. His accessories, getting the stand there, his accessories are a really neat hand kind of ray gun, if you will. It looks very similar to the rocket ship from Futurama. It's definitely not, though. The one thing I have a problem with is because his articulation is in the fingers, to get him to hold his gun is a little difficult, because as you can see, if I do this right here, you have to bend his finger into the ray gun to get his finger actually sitting against the trigger. And it's not always easy to get it in there. But it definitely looks nice in his hand. I really, really like that. He also comes with Pitt's buddy, his little friend. Now, I really should have researched this before I actually did this review. I'm trying to remember the kid's name. I did follow Pitt back in the 90s, but I haven't read a Pitt series since. I'm thinking his name is Billy, but if I'm wrong, I'm going to post it in this video here as a little extra at the bottom. Now, he has no articulation, not even in the head, nothing in the arm. He basically is just a statue. And unfortunately, the way he's posed, he falls over quite easily. Now, granted, yeah, if you put him on a regular flat surface, he won't fall, but just because this is fabric, he falls all over the place. He does also come with his crotch. It's rather interesting that it's sad irony, the fact that the one accessory that Madman comes with is a crotch, or the lower torso, and he also comes with the kid. I think if I was going to package the kid, I probably would have packaged him with something a little less offensive than the lower crotch area of the Pitt. I don't know, it's kind of, I don't know. Should we touch base on that? Maybe we shouldn't. We'll just put that there. But needless to say, looking back at the figure itself, I really like the Madman. I think he looks really, really nice. Definitely one of those cases where now that he's out of the packaging, he looks a lot nicer. And I'm definitely going to put this guy on display. I think I'm really impressed with how this guy ended up looking. And I would say thumbs up. I mean, if you're not a Madman figure, or if you're not a Madman fan, I don't know, maybe the figure itself might sell you. But there we have a toy spot on the Legendary Comic Book Heroes Madman. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.